Please subscribe and like the channel to support inspirational stories. A small click from you is a big motivation to help spread positive energy to many others. Thank you. The Story of the Little Bird and the Grain. A deep lesson about willpower and perseverance. Once upon a time, a little bird dropped its precious grain into the hollow of a tree. It flew to the tree and said, "Return my grain to me." But the tree laughed and refused, saying it didn't need to give anything back. The bird became angry and was determined to get back what was rightfully hers. Not giving up, it flew to a carpenter and pleaded, "Please help me cut down that tree. It has taken my grain and won't return it." The carpenter was surprised, thinking the bird was being unreasonable. How could one cut down a whole tree for just one small grain? The bird was rejected again, but she didn't stop there. Still determined to reclaim her grain, the bird flew to the king. She told him the entire story and hoped the king would order the carpenter to cut the tree. However, the king also refused to intervene, believing it was too trivial a matter to bother with. The bird then went to the elephant handler, asking him to make the king fall while riding the elephant. The handler also refused, not wanting to harm the king over such a petty issue. Once again, the bird faced rejection, and it seemed every door had closed. This time, however, the bird turned to an ant. She recounted the story and asked the ant to crawl into the elephant's trunk to irritate it. At first, the ant thought the issue was too small to get involved, but when the bird said, "I can't harm the tree, the carpenter, the king, or the elephant, but you. I can pick up with my beak and crush," the ant panicked and agreed to help. The ant crawled into the elephant's trunk, causing it to go mad and run wildly. The elephant rushed to the handler to the king, and the king finally summoned the carpenter and ordered him to cut down the tree. As the carpenter approached, the frightened tree quickly returned the grain to the bird. Lesson from the story. This seemingly simple tale carries a powerful message. Never underestimate the strength of intelligence and perseverance. The bird, though small and weak, used her persistence and creative thinking to spark a chain reaction that brought justice. She didn't use force, nor did she give up. Instead, she used her voice, influence, and wit to achieve her goal. In life, we often feel powerless, too small in front of overwhelming problems. We think we're not capable of making a difference. But the truth is, if we believe in ourselves and know how to use our intellect, we can create change from even the smallest action. Never underestimate yourself just because you lack physical power. Real strength lies in will, flexibility, and determination. Even tiny actions like the bird's words or the ant's crawl can start big changes when driven by resolve and intelligence. True strength lies not in physical power, but in mindset and will. The story of the little bird reclaiming her grain is more than a fable. It's a profound lesson in persistence and intellect. In life, we often feel weak and insignificant in front of challenges that seem far too great, just like the little bird facing the large tree, the skilled carpenter, the powerful king, and the massive elephant. But what led the bird to victory wasn't brute strength. It was her smart thinking, determination, and ability to connect the right pieces together to bring about change. We often think, "I'm not good enough, I'm too small, I can't make a difference." But the truth is, we all have untapped inner strength, and when we use our minds, stand firm, and believe in ourselves, we can solve even what seems impossible. The key is this: don't give up. If one way doesn't work, try another. Reach out to others, find allies, explore different paths, and eventually, you will find a solution. Remember, real power comes from within, from perseverance and creative thinking. No matter who you are, where you are, or how small you may feel, you can create change. Believing in yourself is the first step towards something extraordinary.